Ladies and gentlemen, I proudly present to you the Grant D. Morse 6th grade class of 2018. Will everyone please stand? And at this time, I'd like to call forward Madison Cazzetta and Caleb Hemsworth to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we remain standing and psych. You know there's going to be jokes tonight, people. You know me. You should by 7 years by now. Okay, so Mr. Spirits and his band will be playing the Star Spangled Banner. So direct your attention to the band, please. This amazing ceremony. Okay, please be seated. All right. Welcome students, parents, guardians, family, friends, and faculty to our 2018 6th grade moving up ceremony. Before we get started, I would like to thank the following people. First, I'd like to thank the entire Morse staff, especially the 6th grade teachers and faculty. Our 6th grade faculty, Mrs. Tucker, Mrs. Grott, Mr. DeFino, Mr. Maloney, Mrs. Drost, and Mrs. Lingren. Great job to you guys this year. Throughout the entire school year, our 6th grade staff has prepared our students every day for the junior high and also worked hard to provide our 6th grade students with amazing experiences throughout the year. I am very proud to be the principal of so many talented and given educators. Thank you for all that you guys do. Second, I want to thanks to our PTA members and officers. Over the years and throughout this year, they continue to support our students, faculty, and school community. Whether it's Fire Prevention Day, Book Fair, Yearbook, Veterans Day Assembly, Park, any event, big or small, they are always here for us. I'd like to take a moment to recognize our officers. We have a few of them on stage, and if you're in the crowd, please raise your hand. Our President, Mrs. Denier. Our Vice President, Mrs. Cubby. Our Secretary, Mrs. Tyler Zykop. Our Treasurer, Mr. Polston. I would also love to thank Mrs. Schlosser, Mrs. Kerbert, Mrs. Parisio, Mrs. Kavanaugh, Mrs. Hoff, and Mrs. Croce for being on the committee that took care of all the decorations and the cake, and they just did a beautiful job decorating everything, and they just worked real hard throughout the day, and I truly appreciate it. So thank you to those PTA members. Next, I'd like to thank our custodians, Mr. Kotachville, Mr. Sparling, and Mr. Meiswinkle for setting up the stage, chairs, and all the other miscellaneous tasks that go into this evening. I'd like to say thank you especially to this lovely woman behind me, Mrs. Landell. She's been my right hand for the past 7 years, Deb? It's 8 years? 8? Yeah, who's counting? But yeah, several years. I don't know how I could do this job without her, so big round of applause for Mrs. Landell. Also, I'd like to thank Mrs. Slate, who's also in the main office to help organize this evening. I'd like to thank Mrs. Maines for creating and printing the program and all of the certificates our students are receiving today. I got to thank this guy over here to my left, even though I bust his chops something terrible, Mr. Sperrig, for setting up the audio and doing the music tonight. And of course, I want to thank Mr. DeFino and several of his 5th grade students. We are doing like a live streaming of this event. So as you can see back here, Mr. DeFino is putting this live on the web right now. It's very exciting. So great job to Mr. DeFino and his 5th grade students back there. Great job, guys. All right. And finally, I'd like to thank all of you, our parents and guardians, who have been there for your children and supporting our school and faculty every day for the past 7 years. If I may, I would like to offer some friendly advice, as I usually do at this event. So now that your babies are done with elementary school and are now moving on to the middle school, your work is over, right? Wrong. Wrong. Big time wrong. So wrong. Your work is far from over. Even though it's been several years since these kids stopped watching Dora the Explorer and Blue's Clues, some of them probably still watch it, I'm sure. These young men and women will need you now more than ever. You all hang in there, stay involved. They're gonna tell you not to get involved. You hang in there, even when they tell you not to. So just make sure you're on them. Just because they're grown up doesn't mean they're not gonna need you. Of course, our 6th grade moving up ceremony every year is a very special event. When I hand each student their diplomas, shake their hands, and look each of them in the eye, I personally reflect on how I've seen these beautiful children grow from babies into young men and women right before my very eyes. I've seen struggling students demonstrate many moments of success that we hope will carry over to the junior high school and beyond. I have also seen many students on a daily basis demonstrate a hard work ethic, great character, and strong leadership. Never give up on this, and I promise great things will happen for you in the years to come. Morse 6th grade class of 2018, I commend you all on a job well done. It has been my pleasure and my honor being your principal. I leave you with this free advice, a message that you have heard every school day for the past 7 years. Every day of your lives from this day forward, continue to work hard, do your best, be bucket fillers, and have a great day. Thank you. At this time, I'd like to call forward Michele Loebbaka, who will be leading us with our 6th grade welcome.
Hello, my name is Michele Loebbaka. I am one of the 6th graders here at Grant & Morris. We would first like to thank everyone for coming tonight to our 2018 6th grade graduation. We have worked very hard and set many goals to get us to this point. Most of us have been together since kindergarten. We began our 7-year journey with singing the alphabet and writing our numbers. Once we began reading, a whole new world was open to us. Learning was fun and exciting, but also quite challenging, especially when we entered 6th grade. As we reflect back, we realize now what an incredible gift of knowledge each one of our teachers gave us. We had teachers that made us laugh through the hardest of lessons, as well as teachers that kept us on task when we could not stop laughing. Tonight is an exciting part in our educational journey as we come together to recognize some of our many achievements. These achievements are not just ours, but our families and our teachers. So let's begin the ceremony that celebrates all of us.
Okay, thank you, Michelle. Great job. Okay, at this time we'll be recognizing graduating seniors and recipients of the Morse PTA Scholarship Award. Historically, the recipients will work a little hard for their scholarship money by offering some words of wisdom for our 6th grade students in a letter that they submitted to our PTA to earn this award. Every year, several students submit letters to achieve this award, and every year the decision to only pick 2 becomes more difficult, as the messages are quite heartfelt and compassionate. Mrs. Veneer said that she cried several times, right, Jen, while she was reading them, and so I'm looking forward to having our 2 recipients share their story with the students and with you all. So they're going to go one at a time, and Mike and I had already discussed ladies first, sir, correct? Okay, so at this time, I'd like to call forward Abby Hart.
Welcome, parents, faculty, and the future class of 2024. My name is Abby Hart, and first I'd like to congratulate you on your amazing accomplishment. You may not realize it now, but you are halfway there. In just 6 short years, you will be graduating high school, and I promise you, it will go fast. It feels like just yesterday I was sitting right where you are now. I have so many incredible memories from my days at Grantee Morse. From writing for the Just Print It, to our 2nd grade play, Chicken Soup with Rice, to the Mustang Bowl, but my most memorable moment from Morse was in Mr. Glass's 4th grade class. For some reason, my classmates and I decided to throw Mr. Glass a birthday party. It didn't matter to us that his birthday had been months ago. We were going to throw him a birthday party. We brought in cake, chips, and all of the classic birthday snacks, and after recess, we had a wonderful party. It's this kind of fun and sense of community that is the soul of what Morse really is. Here at Morse, I not only learned the necessary English, math, science, and history, I also learned that I should never play football, but that I love to sing. In addition, my teachers taught me to be kind and caring toward others. I've always thought that school is not just about gaining intellectual knowledge, but school is also about learning who you are as a person. Know your likes and dislikes and discover that there is something extraordinary in each and every one of you. Morse does an incredible job with this. Morse educates boys and girls to be kind, loving, and confident and responsible young men and women. And if there's one bit of advice that I can give you all as you enter junior high, it is to keep that Morse heart throughout your years at Saugerties and then through the rest of your lives. Be kind and be accepting and never be afraid to try new things. Keep that Morse heart, and I promise you will not only learn a lot, but you will also make some amazing friends and have the most incredible experiences of your lives. Thank you and good luck.
That was beautiful. Thank you, Abby. And at this time, I'd like to call forward Michael Averill.
Hello, Grantee Morse, class of 2018. My name is Michael Averill, and I am a graduating senior at Saugerties High School. I cannot juggle. Ever since I was your age, I've tried to learn. I'd take 3 baseballs or 3 oranges, although my mom didn't like that too much, or 3 of anything I could find, and I'd try to figure out that circular motion, which I'd seen so many showmen do in my childhood. People make juggling look so easy, so seamless and smooth. I, however, could not figure out how to do it. Every time I'd panic, and all 3 of whatever I was using would fall abruptly to the floor. I cannot juggle like the showmen can, but in junior high and high school, I've learned a very different type of juggling, one that I am proud to say I'm much better at. I have learned how to juggle a schedule, and you all will too. Sports, academics, and my relentless desire to do as much community service as possible have kept me incredibly busy for the past 6 years. My fellow classmates and I have all juggled schoolwork, extracurricular activities, and social lives. It's not always easy, but as a senior finishing my high school career, I can tell you honestly, it's worth it. Learn to juggle, maybe not with baseballs or oranges, but with opportunities. Take pride in your schoolwork, because it will be an extremely important part of who you are in the next 6 years. Be active in junior high and high school. There are so many clubs, sports, and activities. Everyone can find something they enjoy if they simply branch out and become involved. Have fun. The teenage years can be a great time if you stay true to yourself and find the right group of friends. Enjoy your years in Saugerties. It is truly one of the nation's coolest small towns. Juggling so much may seem tough, but you will all experience the satisfaction that juggling opportunities can bring. And of course, always thank your parents for all the times they drive you places, ask you about your day, and tell you how much they care about you. They'll be the audience, and you'll be the showman, juggling your way through the middle and high school years. On the topic of juggling, one of my fondest memories of Grantee Morse was the Mustang Bowl, which, when I went to Morse, always had a performance by Hilby, the skinny German juggle boy, after the game. The Mustang Bowl is a phenomenal event that you will always be able to brag to your future friends about in the junior high school. It is a day that truly sets Grantee Morse apart from all other elementary schools in our district. The Mustang Bowl teaches us about teamwork, perseverance, and camaraderie. All of these attributes will prove useful in junior high and high school, whether on a sports team or in a difficult class. Perseverance is key, and it's always nice to have friends to lean on during the tough times. I will tell you openly and honestly, I never even won the Mustang Bowl, yet it is still an event that I will hold in my heart forever. I remember the first time I entered Morse as a kindergarten student, and even more vividly, I remember the day I left in June of 2012. Cherish the moment you leave this amazing school. It may feel like you're leaving home, but they say home is where the heart is, and I know that for me, a piece of my heart will always be with Grantee Morse. Alumni of this school can take pride in calling it home for the rest of their lives. With your 6th grade graduation, you will become a part of that special group. You will all learn to juggle very soon, and I wish you all good luck in your future endeavors at Saugerties Junior and Senior High School. Juggling is not easy, but with persistence and practice, I know you can all do it. Remember your first day of middle school, because before you know it, it will simply be a memory of the first time you ever met the group of people you will juggle with. On my first day at Saugerties Junior High School, I stood in the bus circle with 200 other kids I didn't even know. 6 years later, I realized that I was standing with a group of lifelong friends, that even the most difficult goodbyes will not be able to separate. Good luck and congratulations to all of you.
When reading the speeches from all the kids, it's, you can think that you are a really good teacher or an educator or a principal. When you hear that kind of feedback from these kids, it makes you feel, from my seat, it makes you feel like $1 million, and I just loved everything that you guys said, and again, it makes us feel definitely validated on what we do every day. So thank you guys, that was really nice. All right, so who wants to start getting some awards? You guys want to get some awards? Yes? You guys tired? You hot? Yeah? Everyone's hot? Okay, get on with it, Dyke. All right. Okay, so our first set of awards is for perfect attendance. Okay, so following students, please come up to be recognized for perfect attendance. Teresa Batista. Maya Gambino, Michele Loebbaka, Leo Loebbaka, and Lily Richards. Thank you. You can return your seats. Okay, I forgot to mention this. The way we're going to do it is I'm just going to do my best to line them all up. And if I see a phone up like this, I'll give you your moment. And when I see all the phones down, that's when we're done. All right? You guys with that? Okay. All right, at this time, I would like to call forward Mr. Spierig, our band teacher. How about a round of applause for Mr. Spierig, folks? And he will be saying some words about our students receiving band awards.
Good evening, everybody. Normally I'm at the end, so I'm really honored that I can be in the beginning. I'm going to start out with two students who have competed with other schools and were successful in an all-county festival. And they participated with Michele Loebbaka and Cazzetta. Both of these students also have participated in the NISMA Festival, which is non-competitive. A judge is just telling them how they're playing. I wish there would be more than two, but that's how it is. Okay.
You got more stuff, guys. Have them stay up here. Have them stay up here. Okay, you're gonna take those back, right? Or were you announcing them?
Yes, I'm announcing. Okay, now come all the band members from this year. That's Zara Ayas, Teresa Bautista, Eli Bowers, Katie Brennan, Wesley Carter, Olivia Comido, Aero Ferrandino, Owen Gallagher, Maya Gambino, Cuba Glasser, Gilbert Hartram, Ari Busen, Elizabeth Lee, Michele Loebbaka, Leo Loviza, Jason Martin, Andrew Mulford, Molly Napolitano, Brady Reynolds, Lily Richards, Emily Schlosser, Nick Steinmeier, Natalie Tucker, Jenna Wells, and Jacob Seika. If I forgot somebody, please step up. Thank you.
Good? All right. You done with your awards? You're all done? All right, another round of applause for our students participating and receiving recognition with band. Great job, guys. Okay, at this time, I'd like to call forward Mrs. McMahon, our music teacher. I didn't mean to scare you. She jumped out of her skin. She's going to be recognizing students who are winning awards for significant contributions in the music room. Put your hands together for Mrs. McMahon, folks.
Good evening. Before I read the names of the students receiving music awards, I would like to say that this group definitely stood out as far as all of them receiving awards for the most polite class. It's unbelievable. Every morning, 9 o'clock, good morning. When they leave, have a good day, have a good weekend. If there were any problems, they would apologize. So nice job with your manners, guys. Contributions in music awards go to Gilbert Hartship, Michele Loebbaka, Lily Richards, and Randall Richards.
All right, one more round of applause for our students receiving music recognition. Great job, guys. Okay, at this time I'm going to be recognizing students who are receiving recognition for exemplary work in art class. I'll be doing this on behalf of Mrs. Tucci. And when you guys go into the cafeteria, you're going to see a lot of other art display throughout the cafeteria. So definitely check that out while you're in there, while you're eating your cake and getting pictures and stuff. The following students, please come forward to get recognition. Teresa Batista, Amber DeGroat, Owen Gallagher, Caleb Hemsworth, Maya Hendrickson, Ari Houston, Addie Kotzel, Michele Loebbaka, Megan Lundy, Jason Martin, Isabella Martine, Molly Napolitano, Randall Richards, Nick Steinmeier, Natalie Tucker, and Mason Wright. All right, hold on. Let's see, scoot up a little bit. All right, good. Okay, please hold it. There you go. Flash away. Okay, thank you guys. All right, one more round of applause for our art awards recipients. Great job. Okay, at this time, on behalf of our new librarian, Mrs. Kelder, and Mrs. Valencias, who are in the library, we're going to recognize students receiving Accelerated Reader Awards. So I have a little thing to say here. Accelerated Reader is software for K-12 for our K-6 school that monitors the practice of reading. The idea behind AR is that kids enjoy reading more when they can select their own books. The program has more than 150,000 titles to choose from on its book finder list. Each book has online reading practice quizzes. Teachers use these quizzes to track each student's progress and set goals appropriately for each grade. Students who reach their goals are invited to an end-of-the-year ice cream party. This year, over 150 students at Grantee Morris Elementary School reached or exceeded their goal. The goal for 6th grade is 100 points. The 3 6th grade students with the highest number of points not only reached their goal, they exceeded it. So in 3rd place, I'd like to call forward with 176.7 points, Caitlin Brennan. Our 2nd place winner with 198 points is Timothy Hines. All right, in 1st place with 207.1 points, our 6th grade champ, Jacob Zykov. Go back to your seats, please. All right, one more big round of applause for our Accelerated Reader winners. Good job, guys. Okay, at this time, I'd like to call forward Coach Constable, who will be recognizing students who are receiving recognition in phys ed class. Put your hands together for Coach Constable.
Hi. Just to go off of what Mrs. McMahon said, I was actually going to kind of say the same thing. Normally, Coach B and I each get a 6th grade class, but Mr. D was really nice this year and gave me both 6th grades, so I got them like all to myself this year. I don't know if they liked it. I don't really care because I liked it. I enjoyed them. They were by far one of the best 6th grades I've ever had. Like, I'm truly going to miss them. Like, for me, I get them for 7 years, so it's kind of like bittersweet when they leave, but sometimes a little bit sweeter, sometimes it's a little bit more bitter, this year, so I'm gonna miss them. So I'm giving out the Socrates Physical Fitness Test, and it's a test given to students in grades 3 through 6. It includes 6 tests that measure different components of fitness. The test includes a mile run that measures cardiovascular endurance, curl-ups, it measures core strength, the shuttle run measures speed and agility, pull-ups or flexed arm hang measures upper body strength, the sit and reach measures flexibility, and the standing broad jump measures explosive leg power. And then there are certain standards they have to meet to qualify to get this award. So the following students have earned the Socrates Physical Fitness Test Award. Patrick Bennett, Eli Bowers, Gilbert Bertram, Timothy Hines, Joey Corollas, Leo Leviza, Brady Reynolds, Randall Richards, Nick Steinmeier, Natalie Tucker, and Mason Wright.
All right, one round of applause for our students receiving recognition in phys ed. Great job, guys. Okay, at this time, we will be recognizing students receiving the Presidential Education Award for Academic Achievement. There are two different categories of this award, the silver and the gold. The President's Award for Educational Excellence, the gold, the criteria is an annual GPA of at least an A-, achievement in the 85th percentile or higher on a state test, or a recommendation from a teacher plus one other staff member. So before I call both awards out, we were asked to read a letter from Donald Trump, our president, of course. So this is from the White House. Congratulations on receiving the 2018 President's Education Award. Mrs. Trump and I are proud to join your family, friends, and teachers in celebrating this outstanding achievement. Through hard work and perseverance in the classroom, you have earned this great honor, and you set your path towards an even brighter future. We commend you on this accomplishment, and we send our best wishes for continued success as you further your education and pursue your dreams. Will the following students please come forward receiving the Gold Presidential Award?
All right, here you are.
Katie Brennan, Amber DeGroat, Addie Coxel, Michele Loebbaka, Megan Lundy, Andrew Mulford, Brady Reynolds, Nick Steinmeier, and Natalie Tucker. All right, put your hands together for students receiving the Presidential Gold Award. All right, at this time, we'll be recognizing those students receiving the President's Award for Educational Achievement, and that's the Silver Award. The criteria for this award is to show tremendous growth, but do not meet the criteria for the President's Award for Educational Excellence, or demonstrate unusual commitment to learning despite various obstacles. The following students please come forward to be recognized. Patrick Bennett, Ethan Mills, Willie Richards, and Jenna Welch. All right, one more round of applause for our silver presidential award recipients. Great job, guys. Is it me or is it starting to get cooler in here? Bad joke? All right, you're all kind of quiet. How we doing? We okay out there? No? You're just like down, be quiet, just start talking, all right? All right, I appreciate everyone's efforts. So, this brings us to our next award, okay? This is the Principal's Award. My award is harder to get than the President's Award, and I think it's tremendous, it's amazing. Come on, I worked on that all night. It's amazing, it's huge, it's enormous. All right. Okay, so the Principal's Award. The criteria for the Principal's Award is to qualify for the Quarterly Academic Excellence Award, which means all A's and all E's on the report card for 3 quarters. This is a hard one to get, so these kids definitely earned this one. So the following students, please come forward to be recognized. Katie Brennan, Michele Loebbaka, Brady Reynolds, Nick Steinmeier, and Natalie Tucker. And you are Michelle. No, you're Michelle and your little team. All right. Squeeze in. Squeeze in there, Katie. All right, one more round of applause for our students receiving the Principal's Award. Great job, guys. The heckling dad. Okay, so our next award is a very special award, ladies and gentlemen. Our next award is the Mr. Patrick Bonfiglio Award for Environmental Awareness. Mr. Patrick Bonfiglio was the first principal of Grantee Morse Elementary School and worked at Morse for over 25 years. Since his retirement in 1989, he has awarded a prize to 2 6th grade students who demonstrate great interest and awareness for our environment in terms of concern for the environment, importance of protecting our environment, and demonstrating the significance of preserving our environment. I'm proud to announce that Michele Loebbaka and Andrew Mulford will both be receiving this award. Please come forward. Hold on, Mr. Austin. I see you. I'm sorry, I didn't see you. Great job, guys. Put your hands together one more time for our recipients of our Patrick Bonfiglio Award. Great job, guys. Our next award is the New York State Office of the State Comptroller Award. The New York State Comptroller's Achievement Award is presented each year to a student who has excelled academically and has also shown leadership potential by volunteering his or her time to serve the school and or the community. Comptroller DiNapoli sends his sincere congratulations and best wishes. This year's recipient of the award, I'm proud to say, is Nick Steinmeier. kid. Oh, good. Awesome, I get a break. All right, so at this time, we're gonna do our 6th grade teacher awards. So this time, I'd like to call forward Mrs. Tucker and Mrs. Brett. Let's put our hands together for our awesome 6th grade teacher chair.
Good evening, everybody. For those of you who may not know, I am Mrs. Tucker, this is Mrs. Brott. We and Mr. DeFino would like to thank you for your show of love and support for our class of 2018. It's overwhelming the amount of friends and family that are here tonight. I'm pleased to be able to say a few remarks and share some of my thinking with you on your graduation from 6th grade. I hope you'll indulge me for a minute because this year is a little unique. Many of you may know that my daughter Natalie is in this class and she's one of the graduates here tonight. And truthfully, we weren't really sure how this year was gonna go, okay? I remember before school started this summer, my husband sharing the thought that possibly he may not want to be at home from September to June because he really wasn't sure how Natalie and I were going to live together, go to school together, be in the same class together every single day. We just weren't sure how that would play out. I can honestly say, now that we are here, I wouldn't have had it any other way. It's been a great year to share with Natalie and all of the other graduates. I also have another unique opportunity to see many of you grow from 4- and 5-year-olds experiencing school for the first time to mature young adults ready to take on the junior high. Over the last 7 years, you've learned how to read, to write, you've become sophisticated math students, learned how to think like scientists, and have become acquainted with many of the world's regions, customs, and history in your social studies lessons. You've created beautiful art pieces, performed musically, and learned much about physical fitness and wellness. Most importantly, I hope you've learned what it means to be a responsible and respectable person. While researching motivational quotes and ideas for this speech, I came across the following advice from Principal Melanie Ward to her elementary school graduates. Before we get to our words, I'd like to offer you her advice to take with you to the junior high. Follow the golden rule. Do unto others what you would have done to you. It is a very general rule, so here are some more specifics to help you as you continue your journey. If you open it, close it. If you turn it on, turn it off. If you drop it, pick it up. If you break it, admit it. If you can't fix it, call someone who can. If you borrow it, return it. If you value it, take care of it. If you make a mess, clean it up. If you move it, put it back. Classroom furniture. If it belongs to someone else, get permission to use it, unless it's a blue stapler or a tape dispenser. If you don't know how to operate it, leave it alone. If it's none of your business, stay out of it. If something isn't broken, don't try to fix it. If you think you know it all, look around and see how little you really know. Mrs. Brott and I would like to take some time to recognize the students who have worked diligently all year long. We will be presenting awards in all academic areas, math, science, ELA, which is both reading and writing, and social studies, and also awards for most improved and outstanding citizenship. In order to receive an award in an academic subject, students had to perform above and beyond in the following areas: homework and classwork completion, being prepared and organized, working both independently and well with others, and they had to earn the highest overall average computed over the 4 quarters. The first award that I would like to present is in the area of math. My favorite, everybody knows that. The top 3 math students this year were super close with their averages, with the difference. I'm gonna give you a little stats again, I'm the math nerd. 1 68/100 points difference between the three averages. With an overall average of 96.07%, the award for math goes to Nick Steinmeier. The second award I have the pleasure of presenting is in the subject of science. No, he can stay. The top three science averages this year were even closer, with only 62/100 of a point separating them. With an overall average of 98.46%, the science award goes to Brady Reynolds. And now I'll introduce Mrs. Brott, and she will present the remaining awards.
Thank you. The third award that I have the pleasure of presenting is in the subject of ELA. The overall average for ELA includes grades for reading, writing, and spelling. And the top three averages for this subject were separated only by, I'm not going to go statistically, a little over a point. So with an overall average of 94.23%, this award goes to Brady Reynolds. And the last academic award is in the subject of social studies. With an overall average of 97.44%, this award goes to Nick Steinmeier. Our next award is going to a student who has worked tirelessly to improve all academic and social areas and in his work habits. He has developed the skills of a successful student that will take him far for his education and beyond. And the award for our most improved student is presented to Patrick Bennett. Award is to recognize the student who is always looking out for others, often putting their needs before theirs, who exemplifies the 6 C's, which is part of our character development program here at Morse. The 6 C's stand for compassion, collaboration, communication, creativity, and critical thinking, along with citizenship. So our award for outstanding citizenship is presented to Gilbert Hartram. We thank you for all your support this past school year, and we wish the best of luck to all of our graduates.
One more round of applause for our 6th grade teachers and our students getting awards. Great job, guys. All right, at this time, I would like to call up our PTA president, Mrs. Jen Denier, to assist me with the presentation of our 6th grade diplomas. Put your hands together for Mrs. Denier, ladies and gentlemen. She's been working really hard this year as our first-year president. So the students will be receiving certificates. They'll be just coming on stage, shaking my hand, giving them the certificate. They'll be walking off the stage, and they will all be getting one of those gift bags. Do you have help? There you go. We'll continue to put our PTA scholarship winners to work by handing those out for us. Thank you, guys. Okay, so, so at this time, Jen. I missed that. Mrs. Tucker, thank you for reminding me. First row, please stand.
Olivia Alexander Vieira. Jason Arocho. Zara Ayez. Teresa Bautista. Patrick Bennett. Bobby Bishop. Eli Bowers. Caitlin Brennan. Wesley Carter. Madison Cazzetta. Olivia Camito. Gabriella Cornell. Amber DeGroat. Jack Farrell. Arrow Ferrandino. Owen Gallagher. Maya Gambino. Jacob Glasser. Gilbert Hartram. Caleb Hemsworth. Maya Hendrickson. Ariel Hewson. Timothy Hines. Garrett Johnson. Joseph Carolus. Casey Kirchner. Adeline Kotzel. Elizabeth Lee. Chase Letus. Michele Loebbaka. Leo Leviza. Megan Lundy. Jason Martin. Isabella Martin. Ethan Mills. Andrew Mulford. Molly Napolitano. Brady Reynolds. Liliana Richards. Randall Richards. Emily Schlosser. Julian Selinovich. Nicholas Steinmeier. Natalie Tucker. Jenna Welch. Mason Wright. Jacob Zykot.
Okay, before we wrap things up, I'd like to call forward Brady Reynolds, who will be leading us in our 6th grade farewell.
Hello and good evening. My name is Brady Reynolds and I am a 6th grader in Mrs. Brott's class. I am very excited to go to the junior high, as are many of my classmates. However, I would like to list some memories. First, in kindergarten, we had our awesome lemonade play. We were all dressed as fairy tale characters. I have to say, I was pretty stinking cool Chicken Little. In 1st grade, we all dressed as holidays from our birthday months in the chicken soup with rice play. In 2nd grade, Mrs. Granworth taught us about golf, music, and how to count to 100 in French. In 3rd grade, we had a science fair, and in 4th grade, we made leprechaun tracks. In 5th grade, we had an awesome Bronx Zoo trip and math baseball. Lastly, in 6th grade, we had the New York City trip and the Great Escape field trip. But before we move on, I want to say some things about our 6th grade class. Even when we were really little, we weren't afraid to follow our dreams. If it was about being a sports player, an artist, or a mathematician, we would never give up. We are always friendly with each other. We always find some way to help a friend if he or she is sad or mad. And I hope we can continue to help each other in the junior high. Finally, I want to say good luck and farewell to Grantee Morse. Thank you and enjoy the rest of your evening.
Great job, Brady. Slow down. Soak in the moment. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, right after the students make their way out of the gym, they'll be going to the cafeteria, so we invite you all to please join us for cake and some juice after the ceremony, so please hang around.
Sorry, maybe you just want to say they're going to the middle board.
Oh, okay. All right, and the students will be coming up this middle aisle, so if we can please make sure that there's no obstructions up there, that would be great. All right, so 6th grade, what's going on? How you guys doing? You hanging in there? Thank you, Miss Davidson. All right, I guess there's only one thing left to do. 6th grade students, please stand. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my duty and my honor as principal of Grantee Morse Elementary School to present to you the 2018 6th grade class of Grantee Morse Elementary School.